Hi, it's a wonderful Monday morning sports review segment here on Breakfast Daily. Benjamin Iketia on duty. Kakuya and David, what's going on?
Good morning.
Yeah,
morning.
We're good.
Yes.
We're good.
Yes.
Quick observation,
What's that?
Every time Arsenal win a big game, you are greeted with a big smile on set.
Yeah.
And we know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
No, you see, restore the smile to your face. The smile was nice. Good.
I'm just greeting you. You greeted us with a big smile, and I'm also greeting you with a big smile.
No, but I noticed,
what's the problem?
I take notice of trends and patterns. I notice that whenever Arsenal wins big, and I come here, the smile is extra. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
You see,
It's okay, smile. It's okay.
I wouldn't even say anything. I mean, yeah, we beat Chelsea, we beat Man United. I mean, it's just business as usual. I mean, what?
I love it.
You don't mean it.
I love
well, let's start off from the local front. Ghana Premier League rolling along very nicely. Asante Kotoko, back-to-back defeats. Yeah, this time it was at the hands of Lagos Cities. Former head coach of Asante Kotoko orchestrated this defeat, Maxwell Konedu, a guy who knows Asante Kotoko all too well. They were playing at home. They lost by 3-1. Very strange. In fact, they could have lost by more in the first half. The coach said himself that he doesn't understand how they lost the game. Like, Mentiasie, that kind of thing. Like, he doesn't understand how they lost the game. But they lost by 3-1. But they're still top of the table. That's how huge the gap between themselves and second place Bechem United is. Hearts of Oak returned to winning ways. They won by 3-0. Surprise, surprise. They've barely found 3 unanswered goals this season. This was one of the few times that they managed to do so in the campaign. So Hearts of Oak winning by 3-0. That game was against Accra Lions. Accra Lions are a newly promoted team.
Okay.
And so they also play their games at the Accra Sports Stadium. So it's basically like a home game for Accra Hearts of Oak. They went in there, did the business, took their bags, and left the place. Let's go on to the Premier League where people derive their happiness these days.
Yeah.
It's not me. I'm not the one saying it. Somebody said, and I heard it, that a certain team derived their annual trophy by beating a certain team. It's a trophy for them. I'm not the one who said it. So if you have a problem, it's not me. It's not me. But yeah. Liverpool won 2-0. It's the Merseyside derby.
And it was small.
Took Lampard back to the relegation zone where he belongs. Took Judas. They say these days Lampard is called Judas. Oh yes, Judas. The guy who denied.
Why is it called Judas?
Oh, you didn't hear? They asked Lampard about his relationship with Abramovich and what it tastes like. He says that he can count the number of times he's spoken to Abramovich on one hand.
Wow.
He can count.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy who saw him score
Abramovich.
all his goals, came back, gave him a job as a coach again. He says he can count how many times he has spoken to Abramovich.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't want to be seen as an Abramovich enabler or somebody with close ties to him. So Judas Lampard back in the relegation zone. Yes, that's where he is now. Everton have been sucked back in. But the biggest game, of course, was that Arsenal Man United game. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought that Arsenal were going to get pasted in that game. I'm not sure why, but I felt as if, they had gotten one against Chelsea. United wanted this top 4 as much as Arsenal did, but in the end, it really was Arsenal. Like, they really came out firing. It's a game that easily could have gone the other way. It was a really weird game to watch. I'm not sure about what you guys, felt sitting in your couches watching at home.
For me, I get frustrated with this team, my team, so much. But I think we're very, very fortunate to have someone like Bukayo Saka. I think we've got young talent that's great. Emil Smith-Rowe, Martin Odegaard. Very great talent. They just need a bit of time.
Very good pickup.
Very, very, very good. Yeah. And I've been very impressed with Granit Xhaka the past couple of games. I think he's stepped up again. But again, he's one of those players who can give you so much joy in one match, and then the next match...
I was just about to say this. Crazy thing is, I don't think Granit Xhaka has ever really lacked quality. It's just the extras that come with him. Like, he can pick up a red card in the first minute of a game. Like, only he knows how he does these things. Like, he can get caught punching a teammate, he will apologize, come back the next game and pick up a red card. Like, he's that kind of guy. But I get what you mean. Right on form, Liverpool doing well.
You wouldn't place any of this on coaching?
There's so much man management can do. I think that some things are just inherent. And if you look at Granit Xhaka, you see where he comes from. you trace his upbringing and stuff like that, you'll be able to piece the story together. He had a very rough upbringing. He's had to always look out for himself. So it's one of those things. But Arsenal won. I'm sure Koku is happy. Arsenal fans are happy.
Of course.
But most importantly, I'm sure they want to make the top 4 come the end of the campaign. Let's move it on. Let's talk about title winners. PSG. Yes, PSG won the title in France. It's their 10th Ligue 1 title. And then Bayern Munich also won their 10th consecutive title.
Wow.
That just upsets me.
It's just a monopoly.
That just upsets me. The Bundesliga needs investors. I mean, when you have your closest competitor always ready to sell his players to the champions, it doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense. So, 10 consecutive titles. Like, do you even celebrate after that?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no celebration.
No.
I mean,
it's expected.
it's
Like,
a given.
okay, we know who's going to win.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it very exciting.
Being typical Bayern. Finally, before we go, let's do some boxing. Tyson Fury. I like Tyson Fury. Likes to talk a lot. He's fun to listen to. He says that he's retiring from boxing. He beat Dylan White over the weekend in a sold-out Wembley Stadium, 94,000 capacity. Yes, Wembley, 6th round knockout. He says he promised his wife that after Wilder 3, he was going to retire. And he didn't do it, so he's going to do it now. He says he's made enough money for his children's children. So there's no use putting his head to more damage. So he's done. He says he's done.
The blow that
children's
took White down, I was like, why? Was he sleeping? It was almost like you're just, your head is just there, hit me. Kind of thing. I was like, wait, what was
he was dazed. He couldn't move his foot.
Like, he couldn't, when he stood
that's
up,
how boxing is. Sometimes
one.
when you are watching from the TV, you think like, what's this guy doing? It's like, sometimes just like you get hit with a few jabs and then it just freezes your system before you know the haymaker comes and you are down. But Tyson Fury's had a really, really remarkable run. Unified heavyweight champion. If he really decides to retire, I think that's as good as it gets. Going out while you are at the top, all the belts, leave it, let the guys come and fight over it.
But he's still not undisputed. So
there's that.
Lennox Lewis tweeted that we're waiting for undisputed. I don't know.
That's Lennox Lewis
being to get in another fight.
Yeah,
that's Lennox being petty. I would definitely want to see Joshua versus Fury before it eventually ends.
Everyone wants to see Joshua
I'm not sure it
versus
will happen,
Fury.
but
I know.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
We're going to take a quick break. Breakfast Daily will continue. Don't go anywhere.